this computer. All right. Hi, everybody. It is the 15th of July, Monday, and this is our director chat. And so I want to thank those of you that are participating, because I do put this on so people can watch later. Hi, Amy Sue. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good, thanks.
Good. So you guys, first and foremost, you getting excited about conference?
Absolutely.
Woohoo! Yay. Oh yeah, you got to bring your Mickey ears, right? Your Mickey clapper.
Yay!
I always bring a clapper. I got to find my Mickey clapper. Do I have a Mickey clapper back?
Yeah, that was back to 2010.
We
They
have.
gave us that.
We'll have to look for that because I think it's in some bag. But yeah. Just because that would be cute to have there for sure. They have so many great things coming up, you guys. I hope you're excited. Lots of sleep because you're going to be abuzz with ideas and activities. Okay. And they've got a lot to share with you. A lot. Okay.
Oh, we can't wait. They already did that to us on the nationwide call.
I know. What did you think? Tell me what you thought.
Crazy wild.
Yeah. So it's good. Lots of good energy. And hey, Nancy, how are you? So there we are. There's your pretty face. So tell me, have you thought about conference and what you're going there to learn? Have you thought through how we're in areas that your business is strong and areas that you need help with? So I'd like to hear from each of you, like let's brainstorm together, because you may not think of an area that someone else is thinking of and you go, oh my gosh, that would be awesome for me to. Have you looked at the workshops, and have you kind of done a path of what you want to do? And anybody can answer at any time.
Last time I checked, the workshops weren't posted yet, so I haven't gone through those. But I know that one area for me is onboarding new consultants. I've been a consultant for a long time, and that's an area I still need to improve in.
Okay, very good. So, Nancy, are you doing virtual and live? Are you hiring virtual or recruiting virtual? What are you doing?
I'm doing mostly virtual just because of live events this year. I'll get back to doing a mixture of both, but right now I'm concentrating mostly on virtual.
Good. And that's fine. I mean, people are doing mostly virtual and they're super succeeding. So I'm not saying that's, that you have to do live. I think a balanced business.
Live, and I prefer to do a mixture of the two, but right now it's just easier to do just virtual.
Sure. Yeah. With the wedding and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot of weddings this summer for you guys. It's been awesome. Cora, how about you? What have you, how about you?
Plus, I'm finding that July, I only could get 4 shows booked in July. I mean, everybody was so busy. So I overloaded the virtual too.
Okay.
So it just seems like almost worse than any other month with the busyness.
Okay.
And so, but I'm but the virtual have been successful big time.
Awesome.
So my conference thing is developing directors. I got to get out of the fear that I can't do it.
Good.
I've got girls that really want it right now that I've really never had before, or maybe I missed them because I was afraid. So that's really where my focus is, to try to really help them.
Awesome. Yes. Because with all the people that you're seeing, Cora, and that you're touching in your business, you do so much in sales that you should be recruiting like crazy and then working on fast track, and I know that's one of the things I'm working on is the fast track virtual side. Okay. Yep. And I really, I need to jump out of my nice mode and let them know what they need to do to succeed. You know, a lot of times we're so nice that we go, oh, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You really can't if you want to be a fast track director, right? Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
We need to let them know what they need to do to succeed. And just like with a host, you know, we become great host coachers, and you know, we let people know. I mean, I was with Marie Friday last night, and we went out to dinner just for a girls' evening, which was fun. And you know, it was great because she had a show on, I think on Thursday night, a live cooking show, and she said it's $1,200 already, and it's not even closed. Mm-hmm. And she said the amount of time I spent, she goes, I don't think that the live show is dead. She goes, because people want the experience. They had a blast, and because they were able to touch those products, they just really engaged with them. And all of them said, oh my gosh, I bought way more than I thought I would. So don't take that completely off your table. You know, I know some people only can do virtual because of their lifestyle and what's going on in their families. So, you know, of course, do whatever you want in whatever combination you want. But just to let you know, when you do have a live show, man, it's great. It's great if you've done the host coaching. So now we need to learn how to really reach out and get those new recruits to embrace the dream immediately, and don't leave that money sitting on the table, you know, with the fast track part. But the key with the fast track is a lot of times they come out of the gate super fast. We got to keep them going. You know, we got to keep them going because they earn and then they drop, you know. So that's what I've seen a lot in a lot of these people that are running through our structure, is they're promoting a lot of directors, but they're not all being successful. So I think we need to have a healthy balance of the stability of what makes a successful business, along with the excitement of what makes a fast track. Does that make sense? So finding that is going to be the key. So just want to say hello to Tanya and Tammy and Suzanne. Hey girls. So all right, thanks for sharing, Nancy, and thanks for sharing, Cora. So Cora, you're looking at promoting directors. That's what you're going to really focus in on. Do you feel, Cora, that your recruiting is at par with your? Okay. So those are two things that you're going to focus on. And you've got sales down. Okay. You've got the sales part down. So you really need to focus. And what I love about not having to pre-register for what workshops you want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, you can go to the same workshop more than once if you want, and it's going to be by different people. So that's going to be great. You know, that's going to be great. Who else? Tell me what you're going to work on.
Tanya here. For me personally, I'm just working on building up. I went from doing this as a hobby for over 10 years. Like, I reflect from computer standpoint as 5 years, but I took a small hiatus and re-signed up. But anyways, I am just finally actually pretending to be brand new and going gung-ho at it.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to increase that post coaching, and I feel like I'm doing all right. I mean, I went from fighting for 200 to I should have over 700 this month, which is awesome.
Good. Yay. Awesome. Awesome.
$750 to get the bag.
That's right. Yeah. And you want that bag. I know they're going to be.
Count my chickens before they hatch.
Right. But you know that you're not going to want to close the month out without at least $750. You got to call a girlfriend and say, hey, what do you need? You know, because you do not want to miss out on the bags. It's been a while since they've done the bags, and we asked them that the bags are just it's a great thing. People can use them. And there's a lot of new people that don't have the other bags. So
right.
Good. So you're going to be working on fast tracking There you go. Wait, show it to us. Show it to us. Nice. Congratulations. Yeah, it's a nice bag. It's sharp. It's sharp. Very, very much today. Although I do love our Paisley ones, but that is very much today. They go, oh, you got thrown up at the Vera Bradley store is what people do. So in review, Tanya, you're feeling like you're starting over. So you're working on the fast track or just getting shows on the calendar. What are you specifically going to hone in?
Honestly, I'm just trying to build my sales, and I have stepping stones for myself. So I'm doing my very first virtual show, and it literally started today. So right now, that's what I'm working on to hopefully make that part of what I do. So if I can do catalog, and I'm one of those that can't really do kitchen shows, but if I can do catalog, like 3 a month and 3 virtuals, then I'll be happy. And then if I can build up from there, but I got to do baby steps because I have a tendency to get ahead of myself if I don't make sure that I pace myself.
Good. And how are you feeling?
I am nervous about this virtual show. The hostess actually sells Tastefully Simple and Scentsy. So, I watched Steve Drapolsky's interview with Sharon Zellen, and I was trying some of his steps, but she's trying to do all the work. And so it's kind of stepping on what I'm trying to do. And it's I'm really glad that she's enthusiastic. And of course I'm going to try to recruit her because she's gung-ho. But at the same time, I'll prelude to something and she'll post it. And then I'm okay, I got to change what I'm doing. So it's kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it so it's staggered, like he suggested, throughout the day.
Right.
And so I'll say, we're having a summer sale, stay tuned, and I'll show you, the first item. And she'll post it. And I'm okay, now what do I do? Because this is my game plan for today. You know what I mean? So I'm glad she's excited, but it's throwing me off.
Okay.
And this is my first experience.
Here's what I would do. Oh my gosh, my host Tanya is so excited. She already posted. So here's a review of what is going to be on sale. That's what I would just say, oh my gosh, my host is so excited. She's posting before I get a chance to. So thank you so much for doing that. But here's all the picture and the stats and all the the imagery from the company. So just encourage her because it's okay. Because it's coming from 2 different places. And Sherry, you can tell me if I'm wrong on this. Because the host is posting it, it's not going to mess up the Facebook stuff, correct? Yeah. So if the host is posting it and you're posting it, it's fine.
Just post. Wouldn't she make a great consultant?
That's right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I totally
You're
did.
doing my job. I love you. Oh my gosh, this is great. and seriously, and if you can have a super successful show for her, you can show her the kind of money she can make and that she was doing her job. So don't discourage her. Just play it out, just play it out with this one. 'Cause they're not normally like that. Right, girls?
Right. That's what I figured. I just was trying to do it so that I don't look like, I don't know what I'm doing at all either. So I was trying to okay, oh, that's fantastic that you posted that. And yeah, we were going to, or this is some other feature. So yeah. And then I'm trying to get her to get more people to join the show by doing a raffle that way. But I'm not trying to take over the call. I'm sorry.
No, Tanya, absolutely. That's what this call is about. It's a director chat. So we want to know what you're doing, what you're struggling with. And one of these other gals can help you just as much as I can. This is a call that is for exactly this stuff. And you've got some people who have done a ton of virtual shows on this call. So any comments from Sherry?
I would just add for you, Tanya, that most of the guests don't know what to expect from your show. So don't worry that they're saying, oh, why is the host posting and the consultant. You know, for all they know, that's the way it's always done. So I never stress about, you know, what my guests might be expecting from the party. They're going to get what they get from the show, and it's all going to be fine. And a lot of times too, your host or your customers or her friends will see those posts more from her than they will see from you. So I think it's perfectly fine if she's posting. You know, I know it changes up what maybe you are going to post for the rest of the day, but I think it's perfectly fine. So good luck with your first party.
Yeah, we're gonna. I know that first party is nerve wracking because you go, am I doing it right? You know, all that kind of stuff. So, okay. So who else wants to share what they're looking to learn at conference? For those of you that joined a little late, we're sharing what we feel like, you know, like Cora's got sales. She's really good at sales. She's got that part down. She's going to focus on developing directors and recruiting at conference. What Tanya's going to focus on, virtual shows and getting restarted again. Who else wants to share?
I want to focus more on virtual shows also.
Virtual. Are you doing many of them now, Diane?
Yeah, I've been doing quite a few, but I'm not getting the results that I want. So I want to see what I'm doing wrong or just get more into it.
Good. Sherry, do you want to give some advice on engagement for results?
Engagement on virtual parties is, of course, very big. I sort of feel that you kind of have to rope them in the first couple days, and for me, those are with the pre-party posts.
And those are mostly engagement posts, correct?
Those are mostly engagement posts and posts to get them to set their notifications and to start their wish list.
Okay.
So, and then there's the spot where you can, you know, welcome new posts or new members. So I do that on all of my shows. One thing that I changed up a couple months ago, I don't know if any of you do the word of the show, where every time you post the word microwave or kitchen or essential or whatever you want to pick, and they're supposed to comment on it. Back when I started my shows, I would have them comment, love it. And then through Facebook, I kind of read and heard that Facebook doesn't always like when people just comment one word. So I now make my guests send me a private message asking what the show word is. So that opens up that two-way dialogue off of the party, which I like. And then I tell them the show word is microwave, and my parties it's always microwave. But I tell them when they spot it to actually comment, I know the show word, which is a 5-word combination, or I tell them to get creative with it. And my guests have really been having a fun time with that. They shout out, you know, whoop, 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 I see the show word or whatever, you know, and they're posting funny videos of the show word. But that to me also helps because the more people that comment on a post, I feel the more people see that post. So those are some things that I do.
That is great advice. I haven't heard that about private message me the word of the show. And you're right, because there's a private message going on, Facebook recognizes it as though you're really friends, right?
Right. And then also, so at the end of the party, if they haven't placed their order, it's a private way for you to reach out to them if they have any questions. Another way that I get them to private message me if they're not interested in the show word is I'll post, I post the one recipe of the salad bowl where it has like 5 different recipes in the video, and I ask them which recipe they would like, and I will send it to them. So then they tell me which recipe and I message them. So although I'm initiating that message, through Facebook, at least they're looking for it. And it's a real reason that I'm messaging them. And that also opens up that communication for maybe later in the party. So
you run that in the first 2 days, or?
That is my Monday days post. My Monday afternoon post is the salad bowl and the recipes, and so it's early in the party. Yes.
Okay. And do you do mostly engagement posts the first 2 days?
Well, I actually I set up my shows on Friday morning. My host invites their guests, and then I start with my posts. There's a few preloaded posts before she adds her guests. And then I start with posts. I just do like 2 on Friday, 2 or 3 on Saturday, and another 2 on Sunday. And then my product posts and recipe posts and everything really start on Monday.
Okay. And you go till?
I'm still doing a 10-day show.
Oh,
I go till
okay.
the following Wednesday. I do.
Okay. All right. Okay. You're still doing a 10-day. All right. Seems like everybody's shortening theirs up.
It's really, for me, it's really hard to shorten it. I've been doing virtual parties now, I guess, for 3 years. And I've only had about 2 people ever ask me to shorten it to 1 week.
Okay.
And so, I just kind of cut out posts. I haven't reformatted my whole situation for a 5-day or a 7-day party. So I just keep going with it. And I don't know. It's working.
You're out of
for me, so I'm
Facebook
not going
yet.
to change it yet.
And you're out of Facebook.
I'm running all of my parties through my business page, which has been working just
perfectly. Okay.
Do you find you have less involvement towards the end?
I don't find that I have less involvement. I kind of feel like it just keeps going. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
Let me do a quick survey here. Debbie, how many days do you run for? 5. Amy, how about you? 5. Tanya, how long is this one running for?
My current one's 11, but I'm going to try a 3-day smash.
Say it again. 3-day?
I said me?
Yes. Say it
My
again.
current one's 11 days because that's what their host requested. But I'm going to try to do a 3-day one next month and see how it goes because I have a specific product plan.
Okay. All right. Diane, how about you?
Mine's running 7 to 10 days.
7 to 10. Nancy, how about you? Oh, you're on mute.
5 to 7.
5 to 7. Sherry is 10. Suzanne, how about you?
It varies depending on my host.
Okay. Cora?
5.
5. Kay?
Mine vary as well. Probably 7 or 8 days.
Okay. Tammy, how about you?
Mine's usually about 10.
10. And Jerry, how about you?
7.
7. Okay. So, okay. Well, I am going to be trying a 5-day where it's a day of pre-post, 3 days show, the actual shows and show product posts, and then 1 day of wrap up. So I'll let you know how that goes, and then of course I'm 2 days with my host before the 5 days start. So technically it's 7 altogether, but the guests only see 5. So I'll let you know how that goes. I have 2 hosts coming up. So good. All right. So who else is looking for what at conference?
I'm excited about the director track options,
Okay.
and I want to soak all of that in. With Nancy, I'm thinking I'd like to solidify my onboarding.
Hold
And I
on.
like it. Well, I started modeling it after Kristen Coy's system, but I
Uh-huh.
haven't had enough practice with it yet, so I want
Okay.
to work it out more.
Good. Awesome. Who else? Who else wants to share what they're going to look for?
I have a question actually on the director track. Like I have one of my gals that she wants to work towards that direction. So does direction track mean they don't have to be a director to take them, but that's their goal? Or do you have to be a director to take director track?
I think you have
class?
to be a director, don't you? I think you have to be a director.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be other classes for, achieving directorship, for going for directorship. But I think the director track itself, they wanted to keep that to directors only because so that they make sure we get in on all those different, because we're not doing a director event like we've done in the past, where it's 3 hours of training just for us. They're doing this director track thing. So, from what I understand. So they're really wanting us to take that so that everybody's on the same page because they have some awesome announcements. So.
Really?
Really? I know
heard
you don't know about those yet, but tease. Okay. Who haven't we heard from?
Well, I'll kind of finish the other part, but I think since I'm at a crossroads, I want to use conferences to figure out what direction I want to go and what I want to do with my business. Do I want to turn it up? Do I want to turn it, turn the burner down, turn the burner up, figure out what I want to do.
Good.
Just kind of reinvent what I want to do. So
reinvent Tammy's wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's just a perfect time to do that, Tammy. Not only in your situation, but because of the morph changing that the company has gone through. Like Marie and I were talking last night, it's a different world today than it was even just 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Tiffany Foreman put up a post that said 9 years ago today, Facebook put the big blue circle, I should say Pampered Chef put the big blue circle that said, would you join our Facebook group? We're looking for 1,000 people to do that. Do you remember when they did that at conference?
Yes, and we were so amazed that they finally let us post on Facebook.
Right. And all kinds of people were saying, yeah, I could come out of the closet and, I could legal, but I mean, that was 9 years ago. I mean, that wasn't 9 years isn't a long time compared to, they're saying like over 50% of our business is coming in virtually now. So I just think that's an interesting statistic just in 9 short years. I mean, because when you look at some of us long timers, notice I didn't say old, long timers, we've seen so many different things morph in this business. I mean, when we started, we didn't have computers. We didn't have cell phones. We have seen so many huge changes that have changed the forefront of the business. And virtual shows is changing the forefront of the business. And you see some of these people that have super embraced it just soar. And we want that for all of you because you know what? There's millions and millions and millions of people that have not experienced a Pampered Chef show, whether live or virtual. So that's our job to get out there. We need to embrace it. We need to, if we haven't embraced it, I know some of you have embraced it lovingly and are doing great with it. We need to follow your lead. We need to follow your lead, and I'm one of them. So this old dog is learning a lot of new tricks. So it's exciting. It's exciting. Suzanne, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm interested to get more technically proficient. That's where I struggle the most. I just am inhibited that way. So hopefully I'm going to get my business page going and I'm going to learn to embrace virtual parties and feel comfortable about it. I prefer meaningful eye contact and do catalog parties, but I've got to learn the virtual and stop procrastinating about it.
And I've just had people recently just say they just want a catalog show. And so what I've suggested to them is let me give you catalogs because they work in a big place or they're nurses, things like that. I said, but This my kitty is in my background, isn't she? He loves the copier. Anyway, yes. So sorry, squirrel. but the what was I saying?
Embrace
Catalog parties.
Embrace the catalog parties, because, and then what I'm doing is I'm gently suggesting, let's do a little Facebook component and make a little group, and you can be collecting orders, and I'll just pop some videos on there.
Yes.
So it's not a virtual show like in, where it's all, yeah. But I can put up virtual shows of virtual videos of my favorite products so that they can see them in action while doing the catalog show. Because some people, some of us are feeling, apprehension about the virtual show because we're not that savvy on that side of it. Well, there's people out there that want to experience Pampered Chef in that same attitude. So
Right.
Ease them in just a little bit, or post things on their page.
Yes.
You can post things right on their page. Or send them to them to post on their page. So it's, or share it to their page.
Nancy, I would recommend too, if you are kind of going that route, like, let me just post a few videos. You could also say, let me post a few resources, because you could post the brownie pan recipe booklet, and you could post the veggie spiralizer resources. So it's a place where the customers will want to go and look to see what's there. So
perfect. Yep. So it's kind of like doing a semi-virtual show, you know what I mean? But with catalogs, and I've just had 2 people in the past 2 weeks say, can you get me some catalogs? I just want to do a catalog show. And then I talked to them about the virtual show, and they go, oh, no, I'm really not on Facebook a lot. Okay. So that isn't their means, but they're open to me sharing some videos with them that they can put for their friends to see. So we'll see how it goes, we'll just get something's bugging my nose here. Anyway, so how many of you have the Facebook business page? I asked you to do that a couple weeks ago, but good. I'm still setting mine up. Barb is doing that. We were working super, super hard on conference. Let me show you about conference. Let me show you all the things. Look at this. Can you guys see this? That's all conference. Wow. And then, then I'm, and about 4 more totes in the garage filled with stuff. I'm getting ready to sell my house, put it up. They're coming to take pictures next week. So I have to move all that stuff, and it's great. I don't know if anybody's done this after being in a place for a really long time, but it's awful. It's awful.
And it's a beautiful home.
Oh, yeah.
Someone will love it.
No, I'm praying for a wonderful family that the parents love to cook, garden, and craft. So that's my, I've got an amazing he shed or she shed. The real estate agent almost was like, oh my gosh. So my shed has a 9-foot gable window, or 9-foot window and 2 gables on it. So it was a project that my husband taught my son how to build from the ground up. From the cement slab up, and he taught him how to do walls and electric and roofing and insulation and put in windows, put in doors, put in trim, put in floors. And so Richie hated that summer. Okay. Absolutely hated that summer, but he's very thankful as a grown man at 33 that he had that summer, because it was one of those things that he learned so much and didn't even realize it. In fact, here's a funny story. I'll tell you guys a funny story. My son moved out. I had kind of given him his quote unquote eviction notice in December, and I told him he had 6 months because I'm going to be selling the house this summer. And I said, Tony, I really don't want you to be here when I'm selling the house, because I don't want the last of our living together to be angry and pick up your stuff. I got a showing in an hour, you know, all that stuff, right? So I said, so if you could make a plan and decide what you want. Well, in April, he, let me just mute Suzanne here. In April, he called me and said, hey, Mom, I'm out looking at places with Jordan, who's a friend of his since kindergarten. And so I was really excited for him. So he moved out May 15th. It's so funny. He came back and he says, Mom, 2 things. He said, because I said, okay, you've been out a month. Tell me, who's the messy? How's it going? What are you guys doing with cooking? You know, all that kind of stuff. And just finding out about life with his new roommate. And he goes, well, Mom, 2 things. He goes, first of all, I want to thank you for teaching me how to clean. He goes, I didn't know that was a life skill. He said, but obviously some people don't have it. So he said he's had to teach Jordan how to clean because his mom obviously did everything, is what he said.
Oh.
And so it was just really funny when he went into the details. And he goes, and then the next thing I want to do is I want to apologize for giving you a hard time. Every time you ask me to pick up my room or clean up my dishes that I made from the night before, whatever, you know, he goes, I am really sorry because that was really crappy of me to put you under that stress. And you didn't need to do that. I'm an adult and I should have done better. And he goes, and I just want you to know I'm the neat one. Oh, gosh, can this really be true? You know, I mean, that's what you want. You want to raise your kids and you want them to go out there and be responsible adults and practice what they saw. Okay. But sometimes when they're living with you, you're going, what did I do wrong? But the proof's in the pudding when they get out on their own. So,
Yes,
but it was a great conversation, brought tears to my eyes. Oh my gosh, it's something worked. You know? But anyway, so anybody else had conversations with their kids like that? Anybody? Have you? Okay. So, so all right. So I'm still that we're working on the business page this week. So I know I've given you that assignment, and the leader didn't do it yet, but we will. But like I said, we had to get through all of the recognition for my core directors, my first gen directors, my core directors, my team time, my consultants, and have everything all done and wrapped up and packaged, and it's done. Yay! Praise the Lord is all I can say. So, because I'm going to see Rachel Hollis this weekend.
Oh,
I am. I'm going to Dallas with Patty and Marie and Donna McDonald, and so it was terrible timing for me. Because of conference, for all of us because of conference. So we really had to be ahead of the game, but Barb's got me all whipped into shape, and we're a good team.
Barb!
Barb! So anyway, the other thing is, though, if any of you are available about 2:30 on Wednesday, I'm going to need some help getting stuff upstairs at the conference room. So if any of you can give me a hand, I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm sure I'll pull the car around at 2:30 and unload the stuff. I'm going to try and have it all on wheels, okay? But I'm going to need more than just my hands. So anybody, private message me if you can help me out there. I'd really appreciate it. So what else do you, so there's, next week, I'm not doing a call for any Monday calls because it'll be crunch time. And then the following Monday, we will be going over conference things. All right. So, so just to kind of let you know, there'll be nothing next week. Next week is for my, my directors that are, really working on the basics, but we will be, getting ready for conference. So what else do you guys want to learn on this phone call? What do you want to explore? Do you want to just go over, things, the conference in August that has hit, really dig through them? What do you want? This is your call.
I think we'll be able to answer that better after we go to conference and we see what those 3 big announcements are and how much exploration we need to do of them still.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard for me to answer you.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
sorry. I was saying I'm going to guess probably conference, just because on the agenda when it says super special session, I'm like, super special. Never had a super special in 23 years. So
yeah. Okay.
I'm curious what that's all about. So I'm going to guess digging into some of the conference stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Conference. Okay. So in August, and for those of you that have some smaller teams and are struggling with the getting people to come to a meeting or come to a Zoom call, I am working with Patty and Marie once a month to do a consultant meeting through Zoom call. We do have some spots available. I mean, I don't have 100 spots available, but we've got about 30 to 40 spots available on a given, and I know we're doing one the 29th. It's a conference recap. But if you have a smaller team, I'm really encouraging you to get on there with your team members so that you're not doing all this work twice. I'm doing it. You can enjoy it, and then you can meet with them 2 weeks later, a week later, 2 weeks later, or even the next day, whatever you want, and digest and pick apart the things that the company has told us to teach you, because we're just basically going over the meeting planner. So you have all that. But sometimes when you have lots of energy on the call, it makes all the difference in the world. So those of you that have smaller teams, I want to encourage you to join me. I mean, it would be a great problem if there wasn't enough room on the call. We have 100 spots, so it'd be a great problem. And then I'm doing the little team talks on the Monday nights. So just a half an hour. I'm going to move those to 8 o'clock just because Marie and Patty do their call at 8 o'clock. And so just to make it simple, so it's the same time. But just remember that the consultant meeting with Patty and Marie, it's always going to be a different number. All right. It's always going to be. And I always I'm putting them up religiously on the Ryan Rockstars.
Oh,
so
good.
you can look there and see it. Okay. All right. Well, the next time I see you guys, your beautiful faces, will be at conference. And yay! And I'm so excited to have you guys experience what I know.
Yeah, really.
Yes, Tanya.
2 questions. If somebody wouldn't mind sharing, because Nancy Jo said you guys all do virtuals, just closing statements, because I have no clue how I want to phrase ending my show properly. And also, is there an ideas board, like a page that people share ideas and stuff? I saw the Zoom thing, what I'm talking about, just ideas that people have to increase their sales.
I would think that there's Facebook pages for virtuals, isn't there, with lots of ideas there?
Like 16,000 members. Are you a part of that?
Say that again.
The consultant virtual page. There's like 16,000 consultants on there. There's tons of info. Are you not on that?
No.
Okay.
I'm not very tech savvy.
Okay. If you friend me, then I can link to it.
Okay. Tanya Cole.
Okay.
Right? Tanya, what's your last name is Cole? I'm sorry.
Hissel. Starts with a K.
Hickel.
Yeah.
Tanya Hickel. Excuse me. So Tanya Hickel, when you see a friend, from Nancy Eccles, Pampered Chef Virtual Party, Success Group. Okay.
That's it.
So great. Cora, add me to that one too if I'm not on there. Okay. Anybody else want to be added?
I do.
Okay.
Jerry.
Diane Shelton and Jerry, or I'm sorry, Diane, did you say yes? You're on there. Okay. Jerry Chervenek. Jerry Chervenek. So why don't you guys friend Cora and then
Yeah, that's a good idea.
that's good.
Okay.
Okay. So
Now,
Tanya and Jerry friend Cora and Cora can add you from there. Okay.
What's,
All right,
what's
guys.
Cora's last name?
Cora Yarnell. Yarnal.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. We will see you at conference and wear good shoes. They don't have to be fancy. They need to be effective.
Amen.
Amen. All right. See you guys later. Be blessed. Thanks for joining today. Love you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome.
hi, Barb.